British annual inflation reaches a 30-year high, and Tesla shareholders want billions in compensation from Elon Musk. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramya Faraj. British annual inflation reached a 30-year high in December, stoking fears over a cost of living squeeze as wages fail to keep pace. The Office for National Statistics says the UK's inflation rate hit 5.4% last month on price gains for clothing, energy and food. Economies worldwide are battling decades-high inflation. It's forcing central banks to lift interest rates. Britain's cost of living is forecast to soar even higher in April over looming hikes in national insurance tax and domestic energy. Tesla's shareholders have urged a judge to find that CEO Elon Musk improperly influenced the company's board into the $2.6 billion acquisition of solar power provider. The group alleges that the 2016 deal was a bailout of the ailing firm SolarCity. The investors asked that the billionaire be ordered to return the shares he was granted in the deal. They're valued at more than $13 billion. Or they want Musk to pay $2.4 billion in compensation. Shares of cacao group companies fell today over tax evasion allegations for billionaire founder King Bom-soo. The South Korean internet giant slumped to its lowest since March and plunged as much as 5.1% before paring some of its losses to close 1.7% lower. Kakao Bank and Kakao Games are said to be among the worst performers on the Asia-Pacific Index this year. Kim allegedly evaded tax during the merger of Kakao and Daum in 2014. Shares of Sony Group plunged more than 10% in Tokyo today, a day after Microsoft announced its plans to acquire Activision Blizzard. Investors fear that Sony's future earnings in the gaming business could be hindered due to growing competition. The stock was down 10.7% when it fell to its lowest intraday level in almost 3 months. Both Sony and Microsoft launched their latest consoles in November 2020. Billionaire Mukesh Ambani's Reliance Jio has paid $4.13 billion to the Indian government's Department of Telecom. The cash cleared its spectrum payment liabilities. India's largest telco acquired these liabilities during auctions held over 4 years. The central banks of Turkey and the UAE have signed a $4.9 billion bilateral currency swap agreement to strengthen financial cooperation between the two countries. The 3-year deal is expected to bolster Ankara's dwindling foreign exchange reserves. It's the latest currency swap agreement for Turkey after deals it signed late last year with Qatar, South Korea and China to prop up its reserves. Kuwaiti-based YouTube star Abu Filla raised $11 million for refugees after spending almost 2 weeks living in a glass box at Burj Park in downtown Dubai. It was in support of the UAE's warm winter campaign. The number of donors reached over 155,000, while the money raised will help 110,000 families. The initial goal was to raise $10 million to support refugees for families in need in Africa and the Arab world. I'm Ramya Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. See you tomorrow.